Good morning, South Amboy Elementary School. It is Mindful Monday with Mrs. Masella, and I have not seen you in forever. We were off from school, and then Mrs. Masella was sick, so I was out, and then it was right before Thanksgiving that I came back, and it's just been crazy. So I missed you. I hope that you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Let me just say that I am thankful for all of you, my little friends, my medium-aged friends, and all of my grown-up friends here at school. I'm thankful for all of you, and I appreciate all of you very, very much. So I hope that you enjoyed those days off and you had a great time with family and friends and maybe got some fresh air, got to go outside, maybe played some football or watched some football, ate some turkey, ate some mashed potatoes. That's one of my favorites. But we are back for another Mindful Monday, and we are at the end of November already. Can you believe it? I cannot believe it, my friends. So today's breath, I'm going to stay positive, my friends, but it's that one that Mrs. Masella struggles with, but I'm going to try my hardest. Which one is it? Do you remember? Yeah, Darth Vader breath. Darth Vader breath. I struggle with this one. It's a hard one for me. So it's one of the ones that I'm not as excited to do, but I never ever give up because I don't want you to ever give up. So I'm going to try my best. I want you to try your best. So remember, with this breath, everything is through the nose, in and out through the nose. Your mouth stays closed the whole time. What you're doing in your throat is you're making a humming sound while you're breathing. So you actually should be able to hear my full inhale and my full exhale on this one because of that humming sound that I need to make. It's just that it's really hard for me to do sometimes, but I'm getting a little bit better because I figured out that if I do it slowly, very, very slowly, it's a little bit easier for me. So my deep breaths are going to be even slower than normal because that's what makes it a little bit easier for me to do. So if I'm going a little too slow for you, just, keep yourself calm and stick with me. Try not to go too fast as we're doing those. I'll do one to remind you of what it looks and sounds like, and then we're going to do some together. Okay, so the Darth Vader breath is so I'm hoping you could hear my voice. I could feel the vibration in my throat. I was humming as I was breathing in and out. So my friends that are like Star Wars, like I do, you know who Darth Vader is and that sound that Darth Vader makes in his mask. That's what we're trying for. So that's why it's called the Darth Vader breath. So let's do some Darth Vader breaths together, shall we? All right, guys, let's go for it. I'm making myself laugh, which means that I'm not focused. So I have to stop myself because I sound like I'm struggling to breathe, and I really kind of am. I'm okay, but that's why this breath is hard for me. It's hard to do the hum while I'm breathing in. So it sounds terrible, I feel like. But just keep going, guys. I'm sorry that I'm interrupting us because I'm doing the exact opposite, but I am mindful of the fact that I sound a little bit silly. All right, let's do a couple more. Last one, guys. I don't know. I think my exhale is pretty good, but my inhale, it needs work. I promise I won't give up. Please don't give up on me. So let's talk about a part of our body today. You ready? Right up here. Right up here. Put your hands there. Yeah, it's our head. Feels pretty hard. That's our skull. You can knock on your skull if you want. Don't knock too hard because there's something really super important inside of there. Who knows? Of course you know. Tell me loud and proud. Yes. Your brain. Your brain. Our brain is our most important body part, probably. I don't know, maybe our hearts too. And when I say my heart, and your heart, I'm talking about the loving part. But let's talk about the brain. Our brain keeps us alive. It does everything that we need to live. And a lot of it does on its own. Like, we don't have to tell our brain to breathe. We have to tell our brain to do a Darth Vader breath because it's a different kind of breath, and we have to remind our brain what we want it to do. But regular old breathing, we don't have to tell our brain, hey, by the way, make sure I breathe. And we don't have to tell our brain, hey, by the way, make sure that my heart keeps beating. Hey, by the way, make sure my lungs keep breathing, filling up and emptying out with the air. And you don't have to think about thinking. It automatically happens. But when you stop and think about how powerful our brains are, it's amazing. It's incredible. And when someone has a brain that works really well, what's a word that we use to describe that person when they have a brain that works really well? Can anybody think of it? It starts with an S. SMART. Smart. Do you think you're smart? Raise your hand if you think you're smart. I really, really hope that everybody's hands are in the air. I see a lot of hands, but I want every hand up in the air, because guess what? Every single one of you is smart. All of you are smart. We're all smart because we all have very powerful brains. And the more we can remind ourselves of the fact that we are smart, the stronger our brain becomes. And sometimes it's hard because we might say, yeah, but Miss Masella, I didn't do good on my spelling test this week. I made a lot of mistakes. Or Miss Masella, yeah, I'm really good at spelling, but that math test we had, oof, I got 5 questions wrong. Or, Miss Masella, I'm really good at math and reading and everything, but I'm trying to learn how to play the piano and I cannot do it. I'm not that smart. Or, Miss Masella, I'm really good at playing my instrument and I'm good at all my schoolwork, but I'm trying to learn how to play soccer and I can't do it. I'm not smart enough. False. Just because you make mistakes doesn't mean you're not smart. In fact, it's the exact opposite, my friends. When you make mistakes, it's proof that your brain is working. So your mistakes are proof that you're trying and you're learning. So don't think of mistakes as a bad thing. Think of mistakes as, wow, okay, that was my brain realizing, okay, that's not what we want to do to get to where we need to be. Let's try something different. And that's a good thing. Don't ever think of making mistakes as a bad thing, because it's a way that your brain is learning. And if you're learning, you are smart, my friends. We're going to have days where we feel down, we don't feel confident, we get anxious, we get nervous, we get stressed out, we get upset, and we might forget just how smart we are. So what are we going to do on those days? Maybe you do a Darth Vader breath. Is Miss Masella going to do a Darth Vader breath? No, probably not. But I probably will do a sigh breath, or I might do a wave breath because, I like thinking about the beach and the ocean. So the breaths are going to help us on those days where things are tough, but try to remind yourself, and definitely remind yourself every day this week, I am smart. Say it with me. I am smart. Oh yeah, baby. One more time, loud and proud. I am smart. You are so smart in so many ways. Please don't ever doubt yourselves. And mistakes are proof that you're learning. Have a great week, my friends. I will see you next time. Bye, everybody.